What up, and what's poppin'? This shit all breeze from Fahrenheit 451, part of the Fluff and Go Network. We're burning the books alive, joined by my special guest, El Brumo, as we executed a perfect 4-0 sweep yesterday. Yesterday, we had Yusuf Nurkic over his 3 assists. I believe he had that in the first or second quarter. We had Walker Texas Kessler Ranger over his 13 rebounds. He had 25. We had Jonas Valanciunas over his 12 rebounds. It was sweaty, but thank you, Coach Christie, for putting that boy back in for one more rotation in the fourth quarter where he managed to grab that 12th rebound, hitting that plus 114. Gobert did not play, and Jaden McDaniels was also sweaty with his 6 rebounds. 4-0 sweep. That puts us, I want to say, like right under 50 units. We were up 60 units before we fell from grace, but we are on a trek back up the mountain, back with my best bets in the NBA for March 8th. Let's get cooking. First up from the Atlanta Hawks, and this time I'm going to remember to put the UAP up there. First up from the Atlanta Hawks, Ice Trey the Gang. Trey Young from the Atlanta Hawks over his 12 assists, got it at minus 115 odds over on DraftKings, clearing this line in his last 4 and in his last 6 out of 7 games. 12, 17, and 16 assists in his last 3 games versus the Indiana Pacers. 23 potential assists in all 3 of those games or more, 23 or more potential assists. 19 out of 23 this season, he's hit that line when he has 23 potential assists or more. All right. Next, I seen he was ruled questionable before I got on stream, so he probably doesn't play. We probably just get our money back for this one. But nevertheless, I did the research, so I'll share it with you just in case we get the flu game. Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks over his 27.5 points, minus 115 odds over at DraftKings. 28, 29, and 32 points in his last 3 out of 5 games, going over 28 points in his last 3 out of 5 games with 1 hook. He's had 31 points or more in his last 7 out of 8 games versus Orlando, hitting this line in his last 8 out of 9 games versus Orlando with 1 hook. He had 26 points in his most recent game versus the Magic. But like I said, he's questionable. Also, you see I got my Hornets gear on. Okay. Mark Williams, he is a game time decision, but it looks like he's going to play. It looks like they held him out of the first game of the back-to-back, and he's going to play in the second leg, which is today. Mark Williams of the Charlotte Hornets, over 10.5 rebounds, minus 102 odds over on FanDuel. 12 rebounds or more in his last 4 out of 5 games. This was 2 years ago, but 12 rebounds in his last game versus the Nets. Nicholas Claxton is down there. You should be able to have anything that he wants. Anything that he wants. We get a motivated Mark Williams. He should have 15 rebounds. Next, from the Detroit Pistons, Cade Cunningham over his 25 points, got it at minus 115 odds over on DraftKings, hitting this line in his last 2 and in his last 6 out of 9. Also hitting this line in his last 2 games versus the Golden State Warriors with 30 and 32 points. Cade Cunningham scores 35% of his points in the lane. The Warriors are dead last in the NBA defending the lane. All right. Last but not least, from the Detroit Pistons as well, Tim Hardaway Jr. over 2 assists, plus 125 odds over on Bet365, hitting this line in his last 9 out of 10 games and in his last 6 games versus the Golden State Warriors. 4 and 6 potential assists last year in his 2 games versus Golden State. He has hit this line in his last 12 games this season when he has 4 potential assists or more. So to recap here at 445, Ice Trey the Gang over 12 assists. The Greek Freak over 28 points. Mark Williams over 11 rebounds. Cade Cunningham, Mellow Yellow over 25 points. And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of the crossover king, over 2 assists. Like, comment, and subscribe for your daily sports betting videos and analysis. Let's keep burning them. As always, I will see you tomorrow. If you want all my plays as soon as I take them for just 16 cents a day, subscribe to the Patreon. We went up plus 11 units in the last 2 days in the Patreon. So subscribe to the Patreon. Come join the fun. Just $5 a month. I will link that down below. Love, peace, and fish grease. Let's continue to run up some units.